So, these are three levels of karma. Even by performing bhakti, even by doing bhakti, you can erase only the seed and bud. We cannot do anything for the karma which is already flowered. You cannot do. Even bhakti cannot do. Why it is like that? Because if bhakti is negating this karma, that means from this moment, my husband is no more my husband. My wife is not my wife. My children are no more my children. Even this body, I don't have attachment. So that is why bhakti is not negating this karma. It is not like bhakti cannot. Bhakti can do that. But bhakti is not doing, because if it is done, the very next moment I lose all my connection with the body. I lose connection with everything. And that point is called moksha, liberation. Right? This is such a deep thing. Very deep thing. No Devi Devata, no Tantra, Vidya, Mantra, nothing can do anything to karma. Nobody can touch karma. Such a severe thing. And you see, Krishna will also not interfere. I said three people can interfere in karma. Guru, Yamaraj and Krishna. Three people can interfere in karma. Now, Krishna also will not interfere. So it left to two people only. Guru and Yamaraj. Why Krishna will not interfere in karma? Because when the whole world was created, Krishna gave different departments to different gods. Money for Lakshmi. Obstacles, Vigna for Ganesha. Indra became the king of heaven. Different gods took up different departments. All the devas took different departments. Indra, Chandra, Vayu, Varuna, Agni, they all took different departments. And one department was left out, and that department was karma. So karma department is so heavy. It is like you have to cook somebody in the oil. You know, Narakaloka, all the explanation are not false. It is true. But many people, they got scared. They are very scared of this Narakaloka thing, and they say, no, it doesn't exist actually. It is just imagination, because they are so scared. So they are saying, no, there is nothing like that. There is nothing like that. It is actually, they are trying to console themselves. It exists. 24, 27 different types of Naraka. Hellish planets. And punishments goes on, severe punishments goes on. Somebody is cooked in the oil, somebody is stitched in the machine, somebody is grinded in the mortar. Right? So when this seva was announced, no one was ready to take up this department. You know, like we have a festival. There are many people who are ready to make a garland. There are some people who are ready to cook. There are some people who are ready to serve. There are some people who are ready to manage. But is there someone, he is supposed to throw people out if they make a noise inside the hall. This is a kind of a seva. If somebody makes a noise inside the hall, you grab them and throw them out. You beat them. This is a seva. When karma was announced, no single deva was ready to take up that department. Nobody was ready to take up that department. And at that point, Dharmaraj walked in. He came little late for the meeting. You know, like Hare Krishna devotees. He came little late for the meeting. Dharmaraj came late. So, this karma department, nobody was ready to take up. And at that point, when Dharmaraj walked in, Dharmaraj is such a humble, beautiful personality. A gracious man. Never thinks of harming anybody. He's a well-wisher of everyone. Such a polite, humble, a beautiful, gentle personality. A great Mahatma, Vaishnava. He's one among 12 Mahajanas, perfect personalities. And he walked in. And Krishna asked, Dharmaraj, are you ready to take up this seva? And Dharmaraj said immediately, yes, my lord, whatever you wish, your wish is my command. I will readily do it, I accept it. Then he asked Krishna, hey Bhagavan, what is that seva? Then Krishna explained karma. The moment Dharmaraj heard karma, Dharmaraj said, my lord, how will I do this? How will I beat people? How will I punish them? How will I put them in oil and torture them? I can't. If somebody is struggling, the moment I see them, I can feel and experience the pain. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. He felt very bad. Then Krishna said, I will empower you to do that. Don't worry. Your judgment will be final. No one will interfere in your judgment. Your judgment will be completely final. Even I will not interfere. And the full powers were given to Dharmaraj. And Krishna said, anybody who wears tulsi mala around their neck, chanting Krishna's mantra regularly on the tip of their tongue, Dharmaraj, please leave them. All the others are your candidates. You can do whatever you like. Even I will not interfere. So then Dharmaraj took up this responsibility of karma. And from higher planets, he walked down to lower planets, the Pathala Loka. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Pathal. He walked to the Pathal planets, hellish planets. The moment he walked in, he got a ghastly form, terrific form, copper-colored hair, reddish eyes, scary form, and that form is called Yamaraj. So this person has got two forms. One is Dharmaraj, very polite, humble, gentle, and such a Sattvic Vaishnava form. And the second is Yamaraj, very ghastly, terrific, scary form. Then he commissions punishment to all those people who do mistakes. So now out of three, Krishna will not interfere. So who is left now? Only Guru and Yamaraj. And Yama. Kalakshebo na kartavyam kshinamayo kshane kshane yamasya karuna nasti kartavyam harikirtanam. Yamaraj doesn't have mercy at all. Yamasya karuna nasti. He doesn't have something called mercy. Simply he will punish people. Right? And many times people wonder, what wrong I have done in my life? I have never harmed anyone in my life. Intentionally, I have never pricked anyone in my life. I have never cheated anyone. Why still problems are coming to me? Why I have such kind of a relative? Why my son has taken birth handicapped? Throughout my life, I have to look at him and cry in pain. Why my son is handicapped? Why my family members are like this? Why do I suffer money loss, economic loss? Why do I get these strange diseases? And we will be wondering, I have never done anything wrong in my life, and why is this happening to me? We may not have done anything wrong in this life, but the karma which are in the form of seed and bud, accumulated for janmas and janmas together. Accumulated for janmas and janmas together for so many janmas. That karma is affecting me now. That is affecting me. We can never get escape from that. Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Simply by doing bhakti, karma in the form of seed, karma in the form of bud, everything will get destroyed. By accepting Guru, by chanting Krishna's name, all those karma which we have accumulated for janmas, for millions of janmas, everything is turned to ashes and it's thrown inside fire. The only karma which is already flowered, that will remain, and the effect will be reduced very much. Navagrahas cannot help. Pitrus cannot help. Devas can't help, because even Devas are tied by karma. Devas are bound by karma. The best example is Parvati, Sati. When Sati wanted to go and join the yajna conducted by her father, Daksha Yajna. Sati wanted to go and participate in Daksha Yajna. She went and requested Lord Shiva. And Shiva said, Sati, don't go. I can see that if you go there, they will insult you. They will laugh at you. They will not respect you. And I know, because you are such a gentle, wonderful person, your heart will be troubled. You will be deeply affected by that. That's why, my dear Sati, please don't go. When Lord Shiva said that, did not listen. She put forth so many different types of arguments to prove herself true. Now Lord Shiva is not just husband. Lord Shiva is also the spiritual master of Sati. Because Lord Shiva is one among the 4 Adi Gurus. One Adi Guru is Lakshmi, Sri Sampradaya. One Adi Guru is Mahadev, Rudra Sampradaya. Another Adi Guru is Kumaras, Nimbarka Sampradaya. And another Adi Guru is Brahma, Brahma Madhva Sampradaya, in which we are all coming. We are following. So, Lord Shiva is her husband as well as her spiritual master, Guru. So when Lord Shiva said this, Sati did not listen. And you know the consequence, what happened? Sati was turned into ashes. Because she did not listen to Guru. She did not listen to her husband. Same thing in Ramayana. Lord Ramachandra said, my dear Sita, Janaki, I sense something wrong. I am going behind the deer. You simply remain in the protection of Lakshman. Who is Lakshman? Lakshman is Adishesh. Lakshman is Sankarshana Murti, the gurus of all guru. So where, Lakshmi Devi, Sita is Lakshmi. Still Ram said, you be with Lakshmana, you will be protected. I am going behind that golden deer and I will come back. But you know the story. The moment Lakshmana left Sita, Sita became protectionless. That is why when we disobey the Guru, when we surpass his instruction, when we don't listen to the Upatesha of Guru, the protection immediately, like Lakshmana walked away from Sita's presence, same way, the moment Guru's protection goes off, karma will attack us immediately. That is why at any cost a devotee should not stop chanting Krishna's names and following regulative principles. The moment he does it, karma comes and simply falls on his head.